Hi guys, Claudia Boleyn here, and I'm sorry it's been so long since my last video. I know I've been getting loads of messages from people asking me when I'm coming back to YouTube, so here I am, friends, I've returned. So I do have some exciting news. I finally have a release date for my second single, Mother Maiden Crone, and that release date, friends, is the 18th of December 2017. So on the 18th of December, you will be able to buy my single Mother Maiden Crone from iTunes, Amazon and Google Play. So I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you. I got such a good response to Celestia, my first single, and I've had lots of people asking me when I'm going to make new music, and I have been making it. It's just hard to sort of get it out to you, but yeah, finally it is coming. So if anyone wants to give that a buy, then maybe an early Christmas present or something, treat yourself to one of my songs, why not? But yeah, I'm really excited for you to hear that. So I'm going to put the links to that on this video in the description at the end of the video, and I think I'm going to play you a little snippet right now. So please enjoy, and if you're interested then head over to my music channel where there'll be more information and updates. I'll put that on the screen and in the description box. Thank you very much. Enjoy!
Mother Maiden Crone, 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 crone. Mother Maiden Crone, 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 crone. Little red, put the eyes back in your baskets.
Okay, so now that's out of the way, I thought I would give you a little bit of an update video. It's not a mental health update, it's just one of those checking in kind of things because I haven't been around for a while. So the reason I've been off YouTube for a while is that I'm focusing on my degree course. So I'm studying from home, I've made videos about this before, but I'm trying to get a degree in English literature, specialising in creative writing, because that's kind of where I want to go. I want to go into like novel writing, screenwriting, script writing for soaps, hopefully. But yeah, it's going really well, but I'm doing 2 years of the course at the same time. So I'm doing my second and third years simultaneously, which is funny because as much as I love it, I'm doing better on my third year stuff than I am on my second year stuff. I did really well on my first year of my course. I got a distinction for my first year, so hooray! I'm so glad, I worked so hard. I have like a really bad case of perfectionism though, so this is probably going to annoy some people. I know it annoys Dan so much when I talk like this, but I got the lowest score I've ever got in my course for my first assignment of the second year. But weirdly, I got the highest score I've ever got on my first assignment for the third year. And I kind of did them around the same time and got them back at the same time. So that was really jarring because it was like, oh, on your second year, you only got 75. And then I got a score up in the 90s on my third year, so I'm a bit confused, but I think it's because my third year course is creative writing based and I love creative writing. We had to write like a short piece of fiction, and I kind of based mine around Emmerdale actually. I took a character I really like, well, a character relationship I like from Emmerdale, which is a father and son, and I kind of used that for a kind of miniature fiction prose piece, and yeah, it went down really well, so I'll definitely be doing that again. And I actually ended up crediting Emmerdale in my bibliography. Hilarious. But my tutor liked it, so that's the main thing. I still got a good score for my my first assignment back of my second year, but it was my lowest that I've ever had, so yeah, I told Dan, and Dan was like, they're gonna have to kick you out the course then, Claudia. It's such a bad score, like, because it is a good score, but I'm such a perfectionist. I've always been that way. At school, I've always really beat myself up about grades and wanting to do well, and in my A-levels, I missed I can't remember if I missed like 40% or 60%, it might even have been as much as 60%, I don't know. I missed so much of my sixth form years because of anxiety and my GCSE years. So I got some good grades for my A-levels, but I still always feel really annoyed because I missed out on my A in English Lit, which I was expected to get. And I only just missed it, but it still always bugs me, and I think about it all the time, and I'm like, oh, if the doctor could take me back in time, I'd be like, take me back to my English A-level. We're going to get an A this time. So yeah, I'm a big perfectionist, which is probably why I've been focusing on my course so much. I'm probably the opposite to a great many people out there, much to my grandparents' delight, I think, because I go to my grandparents every Tuesday, and have lunch with them, and they seem delighted by the fact that I'm like this. I love being a student so much. I love my course to the extent that I work on it all the time, and it totally like it's my whole life right now, but I love it so much. I really love studying. And I used to think when I was at school, because I used to have panic attacks and get so nervous, I went through the stage where I thought I hated school, but it was more like the place and the anxiety that I hated. I never hated the learning. I always enjoyed the learning, and I think even the lessons I didn't enjoy, I would have enjoyed if it was a more stress-free environment. I went to a grammar school, and it was really, I used to hate science. So I was quite good at science when I first went to sixth form, and then my confidence left me and I kind of went into sort of middle band of science. I think with me, like once my confidence goes, my ability goes, but if I'm confident with something, I do well. So yeah, but I remember chemistry lessons at school, and I used to hate it because I wasn't really with any of my friends, and we had to sit in like a seating arrangement, and I didn't really know the people around me, and I didn't really get on with them. It wasn't that they were like nasty people or anything, they just weren't in my circle of friends, and I had really bad anxiety and I didn't know how to deal with it, and I really panicked about going into that lesson, and like where I sat in the room was stressful because the door was somewhere else, and I was still at that stage where I wasn't brave enough to talk about my mental health stuff properly, so people just thought I was a weirdo who just kept leaving lessons and just disappearing and going out of a lesson and then not coming back till the end, and everyone was like, oh, Claudia's skiving again, and really it's Claudia's having a panic attack in the toilet and can't actually come out. She's crying a lot. She's crying a lot. That was really embarrassing, but our teacher used to read out, or make us read out. I can't remember if he used to read them out or if we used to have to tell him our scores in tests, and it was horrible and competitive, and I just think that's really bad. I don't think teachers should do that, because I think it's far more important to get your students to try their best. If I was a teacher, and I won't be a teacher I don't think, although I'd quite like to be a teacher, I think it's much more important to get people to try their best and not be ashamed of failure, because so much of my academic career, I think the big hurdles have actually been fear of failure, because I'm so scared of failing, and so many people are so scared of failing and making fools of themselves that they don't try. Whereas if you were to foster the environment, which is, you know, sometimes our grades aren't as great as we hope, but as long as we've tried our best and we know that we've revised and we've worked hard, then, you know, celebrate what you've done and try and do better next time. Like, surely that's a much more healthy attitude to have, because I mean, I used to like really worry. My self-worth was tied to my grades, and then I would give up on something I thought I was bad at, because I would just think, oh, there's no point. It's better to not try and fail than to try and fail. It's much more important to be a kind person and to try your best in life, because that's all you can do, isn't it? I used to hate that when I was at school, and I, looking back, think that was really appalling of some of the teachers to have done that. You know, why would you be a teacher and foster an environment where you made people feel ashamed to fail? Like, what sort of a teacher? Sorry, that's really bad teaching, isn't it? In my opinion, that's poor teaching, and that's not going to get the best out of your students. Right, so anyway, yeah, I've told you about my course stuff. That's going really well. I have to write a short story for early January. It's got to be about 2,200 words, and it's got to be a complete short story, so I'm kind of bricking it a bit. I've got loads and loads of ideas, and I just don't know which to pick and how to do it, but I'm really looking forward to the challenge. And I've also got an assignment based on art history, which is really fun because I have to analyse a portrait of Madame de Pompadour, actually. But I've done quite a lot of work on that kind of thing by myself with my own reading, because I'm so used to analysing, you know, Tudor portraiture and that sort of thing, like, as a hobby. So I'm quite used to a lot of the terms used, and I did art at A-level and I got an A, so I used to really enjoy that. So it's everything I enjoy. So it's all going really well, and I'm enjoying the course so much. And if you're someone, I've made a video on this before, but if you're someone who has really bad mental health issues and you're going to find like go away from home university hard, the Open University is your friend, and well, I personally love it, so hopefully that might suit you too. Something slightly exciting which happened, which is very exciting for me, is, you know that I do like a bit of painting on the side, like lots of creative stuff, like helps with my mental health. I do lots of like writing and drawing and painting and all that kind of thing, and songwriting. And I did a portrait a while ago of an actress, well, out of her as a character. She's an Emmerdale actress, and her name's Emily Head. She played or plays a character in Emmerdale called Rebecca White, who actually has kind of come between my OTP Rob Ron, so yeah, it's a complicated relationship I have with Rebecca, but I do kind of love her. But yeah, I sent her this portrait a while ago just to say, you know, thanks for portraying her, and you know, I just sort of painted her for fun, because when I see a face which is aesthetically pleasing and they're a character I like, I sketch them and I draw them, and I was just practicing some portrait painting, so I did one for her and I sent it to her, and I wasn't expecting any sort of reply at all. It was just there you go, in case you want it. It's a portrait I did of you, Emily. And honestly, what a lovely person she is, because I wasn't expecting any response. Like, there was no reason for her to reply to me, and she sent me this. Look at what she sent me. She sent a picture, like a photograph of her with the portrait, and she signed it as well. To Claudia, thank you, with love, Emily Head. And I just thought that was so, so nice. Like, what a lovely person, because she didn't have to send anything back. That really made my week. That was so nice. Like, how nice is it to see something you've created next to an actress you admire? It's just, it's amazing. Emily Head owns a piece of my artwork. Yay. What else can I talk to you about in the time since I haven't seen you? Oh, I know what I was going to make a video on the other day. I didn't make it because I had lots of course stuff to do, but, so I'm sure you've seen, this is political, friends, so bear with. But, Donald Trump is always doing questionable, awful things. I think we know this and we expect this, but recently he retweeted some videos by a group, like a British hate group called Britain First, and this is like specifically of interest to me and was quite horrific to see, because they're quite local to us, this group. So I'm sure you already know about this, but Donald Trump retweeted some unverified videos, like some weird videos of videos that weren't true, actually. I think there was a video which said, let me have a look. Well, one of the videos was supposed to have shown a Muslim immigrant beating up a Dutch boy, and it turned out that this was just completely, and it was an unrelated video of a fight, and the person doing the beating up wasn't even a Muslim migrant, so yeah, it was just total rubbish. It was hate propaganda, basically. I mean, we've seen that since the dawn of time, haven't we? More scarily, I mean, we saw that in Nazi Germany. You know how things were then, and there was all this sort of hate propaganda towards a certain group, which was the Jews then, and it's the same sort of tactics. I research a lot into that because I'm writing a novel about the period of before, just sort of before the Second World War in Nazi Germany. And a lot of the tactics are scarily close to now, actually, and it's very disturbing to see that. But this particular little hate group, I don't think people realise, if you're not from the UK, they're not like a big group. Like, they're not taken seriously here. I mean, pretty much across the board, it doesn't matter if you're Labour or Lib Dem or Conservative or Green, or actually in some cases even UKIP. Most people agree that this little group, they're a little nasty hate group, and nobody takes them seriously. They're just a tiny group of little Islamophobic racists. They're quite local to where I live. They literally go and protest and picket outside of mosques, like intimidating just normal Muslim people going to mosque. They try and make them feel unsafe. The deputy, I don't know if she's the head, Jada Franson her name is, she's acting head of the party, I don't know, she's either the leader or the deputy leader, I try not to think about her very much, but she's actually been in trouble with the police for harassing a Muslim woman before. Like, they just harass Muslims, and they dress it up like politics, but they're against multiculturalism, they're against basically Muslims. Like, they say they're not, but they picket outside mosques. Just normal people, normal Muslim people, normal British people going about their days, and there's Britain First picketing outside a mosque. I don't know what they're trying to achieve there. It's so frustrating, and I hate them so much, and most people around here hate them as well. They're just a nuisance. They're just little annoying little flies. You just, ugh. So the fact that Donald Trump gave these nasty little hate group a platform, it was frustrating. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I mean, seriously, like, our little local nuisances have been retweeted by Donald Trump to his many million followers. So thanks a lot, Donald. Like, I don't know. I couldn't have imagined this happening. Since Donald Trump got elected, I mean, that felt weird enough when Donald Trump became president. And now it feels like every day more and more things are happening, and we're sort of becoming very numb to it. We're sort of like, I check down my Twitter feed and Donald Trump is trending and I'm thinking, what's he done now? And it's something that if another president had done, if Barack Obama had done it, you know Barack Obama would be gone by now. Like, there would be absolute outrage. But Trump just gets away with it. And isn't that just privilege? Isn't that just the things that Donald Trump is getting away with, that Barack Obama, I'm not saying he was a perfect politician in any sense, I'm not 100% behind his policy or anything, but he carried himself with so much more dignity and he was careful of what he said. He had to. He was a black man in the US who was president. Like, he had to watch everything he did because people would leap on him for everything because he was a black man. And yet Donald Trump can be an absolute fool in public and do these ridiculous things, and somehow he's still president and people will just forgive him for it. Like, oh, good old Trump. It's really scary. And there are people saying, oh, Donald Trump has the right to retweet what he wants. I mean, yes, I guess he does, but also, if you're the president of the United States, I mean, you would think that you would have the intelligence and the foresight to kind of look into that a little bit more and think, well, maybe I shouldn't just click that. Someone needs to take his Twitter away from him. If I was one of Donald Trump's people, like one of his aides helping you, like the first thing I would do would be like, Donald, we're getting rid of the account, or we're giving someone else your account because you can't be trusted. You're looking like a fool in front of the people. I mean, in a way, it's to our benefit that he shows what a fool he is, because is it though in our benefit? I'm just thinking, because he's done so much. People know so much now, and it's still not enough. So I don't know what he's going to have to do for him to go, but I look forward to the day when he leaves, I really do. I've just got to say one more thing while we're on this topic. This isn't a political video I'm making right now. It's really scary when you see the Islamophobia that's online and that is all around the place right now. I can't imagine what it must feel like to be a Muslim here in the UK or in the US, to be visibly Muslim. It must be not a nice time, because you hear more and more of it. Like, sometimes on Facebook you'll hear people saying, you know, things they've seen happening, or on Twitter you'll hear stories, and it's just really, really upsetting, and it's becoming quite unavoidable, and it's getting worse and worse. And I just want to say that in Britain, I am proud to be British. I am proud to be British, and a lot of people say, oh, you know, I've had lots of criticism saying, you know, I'm very down on Britain. And yeah, we've had a controversial, at times pretty dark, evil history. We've done some bad things as a country. I'm not saying each one of us is personally accountable for doing that, obviously, but, you know, our country has done some bad things, and just as someone who's interested in history and politics, you know, it's a good idea to say, whoa, okay, so at this time Britain did this, and this wasn't great. But the things I am proud of in terms of Britain, I am proud that we are multicultural. I'm really proud of that. I'm proud that we have different places of worship in this country, and I'm proud to see people of different colours on the streets and talk to people and hear different accents and have people with different languages. I mean, I wouldn't be here if we didn't have multicultural Britain, you know? Like, my family, my dad's family is Indian and my mum's family is English, and it's just amazing that my mum and dad met and had my brother and I, and it's a whole new generation, and it's more tolerant, or it should be more tolerant. I think a lot of young people are hopefully more tolerant. The people I know are. And it upsets me that so many people stand against that, because that's like my life and my family, you know. I'm the kid of a mixed race couple. Not one of the first mixed race couple, but around that time in history when it was becoming more common for mixed race couples to get together. And yeah, it feels hard. So I can't imagine how it must feel for especially Muslims who are, you know, really dealing with the brunt of this, because it feels bad enough just being the kid of a mixed race couple when you've got all these people out there who seem to be so against diversity and multiculturalism. And to me, it's beautiful to see all different people sharing culture and learning different perspectives and just getting along, and I love that. I really genuinely love that, and it baffles me that people don't. And a lot of people don't, and that scares me. I don't understand it. Like with Britain First, they say, oh, they want to protect Britain, and they don't want to protect Britain at all. I mean, they might want to protect an old, racist, horrible version of Britain, where white people were superior and Christianity was in charge. Like, they're a Christian group, by the way, anti-abortion, all that stuff. Which is a joke, isn't it? When you have, like, really serious, like, right-wing Christians who are against, like, multiculturalism and peace and harmony, and they want to hate people who are different, because I'm not religious myself. I went to a Christian school, though, And the message of Christianity I got was that it's about peace and tolerance and love and forgiveness. So yeah, it really baffles me when you get these really right-wing Christians, because I just think, like, you're entitled to your interpretation, my friend. I get I'm not a Christian myself, but I'm baffled as to how you're getting that from the Bible. Anyway, I totally went on a tangent there, but I just want to say that, like, I see it, and it's disturbing, and I just wish there was more that we could do to help, but it's really hard because it's attitudes, isn't it? Hopefully just the more we talk about this kind of stuff and we show that we're not for it, like even just tweeting and that sort of thing, hopefully that'll help. Hopefully that'll that'll show people that these little nasty bigots that, you know, they might shout loudly, but we just think they're complete fools and we find them annoying and disgusting, and we just, ugh, horrible people. And yeah, sorry, it was a complete shock to see Britain First retweeted by Donald Trump. I don't know, that was horrendous actually. I mean, these people are out there picketing mosques. They did it at a local mosque around where I live. Why would you do that? Hateful little people, nasty. I know this video is a total jumble. I'm just gonna answer. Some people have asked me, am I going to be reviewing the Doctor Who Christmas episode? Yes, I am. I'm going to be reviewing it with Dan, because Dan's going to be back for Christmas. Hooray! I feel like I'm counting down the days all the time till Dan gets home. Yeah. I miss him so much. But I'm so proud of him. He's doing really well at his course and looking like a model as usual. I'm always checking his Snapchat and his Instagram. We're always texting each other. And I had a video call with him the other day, which went on for ages, which was great. And he always looks like a model. Like, he just looks like a model all the time. That boy should be on the screen. Hollywood producers, get in touch with Dan. He needs to be on the screen. Right, lastly, before I go, I'm not sure how long this is. It might be long, it might be short. I don't know how much I'm going to cut. But again, this is just like a sort of hello again video. I'm emerging from the depths. I'm still here. I'm going to do a question and answer video before Christmas or before the end of the year, and I wanted it to be like a 2017 question and answer video, so maybe questions relating to the year in general, stuff that's happened this year. I mean, it doesn't have to just be 2017, but it's going to be like a 2017 question and answer video. I've had that requested by quite a few people, so if you're still with me at this point, then you can put your questions in the comment section and I will try and answer as many as I can, and I'll make that video before the end of the year. I'm going to make a couple more videos as well, but if you have anything you'd particularly like me to talk about, then let me know, as usual, in the comments section. Yeah, I think that's it for now. I am going to go. I love you loads. I'm sorry it's been so long. I know it's bad of me, but I really did have to just get my head down and focus on my course. I'm a perfectionist and I love it. I love studying and I want my degree so badly. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, but I'll be back really soon. I love you loads, and yeah, I've already said that. I love you so much. I can't stop saying it. Love you loads. See you really soon. Bye.